was able to accumulate very significant resources, and I started really thinking about what do I want to do with those. And I had this philanthropic beliefs for a long time of wanting to give back, and I think that's what how most people are wired, that once they have enough resources for themselves, for their family, they start thinking about how can I improve my community. And people define their community differently, but I think everybody has that natural tendency. And so I kind of had found a charter school, a KIP, that had started in Houston and started getting associated with them even back in my Enron days, and joined the board and really started this probably 20-year now adventure or journey trying to think about K-12 education and why you can have two schools that are educating the same demographics of kids that are down the street from each other and get two very different outcomes. So we've ended up with a very large organization, about 110 people spread across offices in Houston, New York, and DC. Again, focus on 4 core issues with education, criminal justice, healthcare, and public finance. And then have this overlay of trying to be very evidence-based on top of it. And so we've had a number of successes along the way in those areas that I'm very proud of, and I think we're just continue to kind of fight that fight every day. There is this innate drive of kind of helping the group, helping others, right? And it's not just with what they've termed the selfish gene of trying to help those that are related to you, but there's this broader sense of how do you help others in your community. And I think that's especially true in America. And there's some reasons for that, but there's a real culture here of when you have the ability and resources to kind of extend past your family, it's how do you help others? And so, I've been part of that. I felt that. That's how I was raised. And I think that's very much overlaps with the ideals of Lambda Chi, right? Of, that there is, you're not focused just on yourself. You're not focused just on the fraternity with your brothers, but you're also focused on how do you make the community better. And so I think it's a great lesson. It's great experiences that the fraternity gives you that match with kind of what we do later in life. Nonprofit organizations can benefit as much from one's time as they can from one's money. And that, brothers who kind of find one organization that they really connect with, that they're passionate about, and I would encourage them to really get involved and, try to spend some hours a month with that organization. Join the board or chair the board, right? And really get to know that organization and help them, because organizations can get as much from kind of that different perspective and from one's life experiences as they can from some of the checks one can write. Be active and not passive. I think so many people, the way that they choose to give away any philanthropic funds is, you see what organizations your friends are involved in, they invite you to some gala, you give a little bit of money to a bunch of different organizations that you really don't know much about. And it's not the way we would ever invest in equities, for instance, right? That's not how you buy stocks. Is your friend tells you, oh, this company is good, and you go buy a few shares of that. Oh, this company is good. And so what I recommend is really focus, concentrate, choose an area you're passionate about, and really just try to learn about that area, develop your own theory of change, decide who the best organizations are in that space, and focus both one's time and one's financial resources on that organization or organizations that you really know. Do it in an active manner and don't be passive.